crap. That was probably one of the funniest movies that I have seen in recent memory. Oh man, I love this one. I love it, I love it, I love it so much, and you guys need to see this one right now. This review is just for the archives, and I really want to talk about it, because this movie is amazing, and it is also a truly amazing success story. So there's a lot to talk about with this one. This is one that my friend Evan Pol personally recommended to me, and I can see why. It is definitely going to be among my favorite movies of the year, and right now, it is a tie between this and Abigail for my favorite movie of the year so far. There's a lot to talk about with this one, so let's dive right in. What's up? What's happening? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Animation Station. This is your favorite anything and everything animation, including TVs and movies as well. I am your host, Jackson Small. Welcome to the wild, wacky, insane movie that is Hundreds of Beavers. This is a movie, like I said, this was a movie that one of my friends personally recommended to me and really wanted me to watch. And it took me a while to see it because I was busy with some other stuff going on. But yesterday, I finally got to see it for myself. He wasn't lying. This is one of the best movies of the year, hands down. It is so unique, it is so creative, it is so funny, it is so nuts that it just needs to be seen. And I am here to spread the word of this movie as much as I can. You need to see this one. This is a definite must-watch movie. Definite must-watch movie. But before we even get into the written review, we do need to talk a little bit about some background with this movie, because this movie's background is very fascinating. So this movie was made on a very minimal shoestring budget by only 8 people. 8 people. And yet, they were not only able to finish this movie, they were able to get it a full run at a festival in 2022. And now 2 years later, they have been able to release this movie in theaters by themselves. Yes, by themselves. There's no big distributor, there's no big corporate company name attached to it. This is as independent of a movie as you can possibly imagine. And it has already made triple of its budget. And it is quickly becoming a viral sensation on all social media. I'm seeing it now on YouTube. I am seeing it on TikTok. I am seeing it just on YouTube Shorts. Like, everyone's talking about it now because now it's been fully officially released. And it's also on Amazon Prime. So it's a movie with a limited theatrical run. And it's also available to everyone on streaming. So yeah, it's truly a wonderful achievement what they did with this movie. Not only because it's such an independent niche film, but also because they didn't get a big distributor. They didn't have to. They pushed that entire movie out in theaters by themselves, pretty much giving the middle finger to all the corporate boneheads in Hollywood. Not only that, the movie is surprisingly original and extremely clever. So yes, originality is not dead, and this is a big message to Hollywood that it is not dead. And because of that, it needs to be supported even more. Not only that, the movie itself is just phenomenal. Like, all the way around. I have no cons with this one. Literally none whatsoever. Phenomenal film. Phenomenal freaking film. I am done with this preamble. Here's my written review of this absolutely phenomenal film. Alright, Evan Pol, I know you've waited for this one, but I'm happy to say that today I finally watched the movie that you personally requested me to review. So technically this is a 2022 movie, because that's when it came out in festivals and film events and stuff like that. But it apparently hasn't actually released until this year here in the US in a wide release, in a limited theatrical run, and on Amazon Prime. So because of that, I'm counting it as a 2024 movie. As is Evan. Evan also counts as a 2024 movie. And fun fact, this is actually Evan's favorite movie of the year so far. And I can absolutely see why. Trying to describe this movie in a summarized form without spoiling anything is a very difficult task, because this movie is as independent, as niche, and as absolutely nutty as you can possibly imagine. So I'll just say it like this. Imagine a live-action cartoon with some dark adult humor and very old-school slapstick. That's pretty much this one in a nutshell. The basic plot of this movie is that there is this Applejack farmer, and he gets drunk off his own Applejack, and he ends up destroying his own business. So in order to survive, now he has to become a trapper, and then it turns into an extra side story where he has to bring someone hundreds of beavers to achieve his goal. I'm not going to say what the goal is, you just need to see the movie for yourself. So with that out of the way, I absolutely freaking love this movie. It is one of the most creative, unique, wacky, zany, over-the-top, and non-stop, laugh-out-loud, hilarious movies that I have seen in a long while. And I wouldn't be surprised if this is one of the best movies of the decade. Easily. It's basically a 1930s silent-era comedy, with a more modern spin and a lot of dedication put into every single frame. Like, everyone in this movie is 100% dedicated, no one's half-efforting it, it is 100% dedication from everyone involved. All 8 people that made this movie on this shoestring $150 million budget really brought their A game. Not 150 million, sorry, 150,000. Think about that. It's shot in black and white, which is why this review's in black and white. There's little to no dialogue. The effects are cheap but charming. Like, the effects in this movie are cheap. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That's a detriment of the budget. But honestly, it kind of works, and it gives it this really old school charm that really makes it stand out as something wholly unique. The story is very loose, but still well done. The characters are over-the-top cartoons, and I mean that in a positive way. Everyone here brings their absolute A-game, especially the guy who plays the main character. He is amazing in this movie. The humor is amazing, with plenty of jokes for all ages, both figuratively and visually. Is this movie a little lowbrow at times? Yes, but it is lowbrow in that really unique and clever way that allows me to enjoy those kind of jokes. Like, there is a lot of juvenile humor, but it is done in a way that is not only clever, but it is still insanely funny. Like, this movie is hilarious, and I mean that in a good way. Not so bad it's good, like, so well done at what it's trying to do that I was laughing my ass off every 5 seconds. That is really hard to do, especially with a movie with this kind of setup and this niche of an audience. Like, man, insanely amazing. Not to mention, I already referenced some of the dark adult jokes. Like, there's some violence in this movie, but it's done in a way that's still cartoony, so it works. Pacing is lightning fast. The plot is bonkers and pretty much non-existent. The kills are surprisingly very graphic at times, but there's no blood. Yeah, there is some parts of this movie that are graphic, but it's done in a way where it's treated like a joke, and I think it works in the movie's favor because these aren't real animals. This is people obviously in suits and everyone playing into the joke. And some of the kills they do get in here are awesome, dude. Like, I want to talk about the kills so badly, but I know I can't because it's a spoiler. But man, some of the kills in this movie are so good and will surprise you. Just so freaking good. I love the kills in this movie. The tone is consistently insane. Like, everyone's in on the joke. It is a bonkers movie that knows it's a bonkers movie. The runtime is good at less than 2 hours, though I will admit I do agree with Evan that it is a little bit too long. There's a ton of homages to some of the best comedy of the past, like Charlie Chaplin, and especially Golden Era Looney Tunes. The comedic timing is perfect and always lands. The ending is too ridiculous for words and needs to be seen to be believed. The ending of this movie is all kinds of bonkers, but it's in a way that it just puts a big dumb smile on your face. The music is fantastic. I love the music in this movie so much. It is old school, but also very refreshingly modern. I don't mean that in a way like it's produced like a modern song. I mean, it's done in a way where you can tell it was made with modern technology, but it was altered to sound like it came from the 30s. That is extremely commendable. And also commendable that I forgot to point out in this review, my stupid rear end, is the incredible work that went into the actual effects, directing, and cinematography. This movie was shot on your standard, usual, modern nowadays 16mm film. But in the After Effects, they went all out crazy to make it look and feel like a 1930s silent film. They put it in black and white. They have all these transitions that feel like it's straight out of that era. And they even put on like that 30s film grain over top of the footage. Like, damn, that is dedication. And rewatchability is astronomically high. This is one of the best comedies I've seen in years. Hands down, no joke. It's a shame that barely anyone is talking about it outside of YouTube and TikTok, because this is easily one of my favorite movies of the year so far. Sure, it's not going to be for everyone. Some people are going to find it really stupid. But in my opinion, it is a must-see film, especially if you love silent era films and the golden age cartoons of the past. I literally can't say any more than that. It is a fantastic, phenomenal, outstanding movie that you need to see as soon as humanly possible. Final verdict for Hundreds of Beavers is a well-deserved, very nutty and insane 10 out of 10. The second film to score this rating. And it earns it. It is one of the most creative, unique, and hilarious films that I've seen in years. And it's also one of the most incredible success stories in modern filmmaking. It is truly just a wonderful, amazing movie that you need to see now. It needs more attention. Spread the word by any means necessary and check this film out. It is easily among one of the best movies, if not the best movie, of 2024. Man, that felt good. It felt good to talk about an amazing movie again. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos like this almost every single day. Seriously, check this movie out. It's in limited theatrical run in some places, and it's available on Amazon Prime. You have no excuse. So, I'll see you guys next time for the next review. Whatever that may be. But seriously, huge round of applause to the 8 people that made this incredible passion project, and I'm so happy that it's such a big success for them. I hope we get to see more films like it. I hope we get to see a sequel to this movie. And I hope a lot of you check this film out after this review. It is absolutely worth seeing. That's all I got. See you in the next review.